Ready, set, go.
Remember to mute the desktop audio.
Jet, welcome to Digesting Streams, the show that strives to answer, is Canada real?
This guy, I need to say yes because Luigi is from Canada.
Yeah, but I've never. Have you seen Canada before?
I haven't seen Luigi even, so I don't know. Might be
I mean,
a scam.
might be a scam. Canada's not real, man. Canada's not real. Not a real country. No one. None. You're. Listen. You're from Mexico. I'm from the United States. Collectively, we're from the Americas, and neither one of us has seen Canada.
That is true. That is true.
That's actually not true. I've actually been to Canada like 4 or 5 times.
But are you sure you wasn't just in France?
I wasn't just in a slightly weird part of France.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe it was. I was in the French part of Canada the few times I've been there. Oh, and I went to, as the uneducated say, Toronto, or as the more colloquial, Toronto.
Toronto?
Toronto. You ever been to Toronto? I've never been to Toronto. I've been to Toronto.
I think I have family that lives near Toronto.
Yeah. Wait, really?
Yeah. Yeah, really.
I mean, how? I mean,
Are they real? I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't seen them in years.
There you go. They may not be real. They just may be hiding from you. Maybe they're like, we don't want to hang out with Jet anymore, so we're just gonna tell them we're in this made up country, Canada.
That is very true.
Canada.
That could be a thing.
Jet.
Quick.
Do you know what you know what I'm trying to figure out how to transition here. The politics have been bad. The sports have been bad. Nothing on social media is good right now.
No, absolutely not. Well, us.
We're good.
Every Monday.
Every Monday we're good. This is the favorite part of my weekend because everything is bad. But every so often we get to do some fun projects with our friends, Jazz, Geo. And we got people there. They're delivering Merchandise Savage clears, and that was fun. That was the Lego Steppers Discord. Amazing job. They took me in 2 pulls from no experience to clear. They took Jazz in 2 pulls from no experience to clear. They same thing with Geo, no experience to clear. So like, they're good communities on Final Fantasy, and they do an excellent job getting the content done.
Nice.
I'm gonna keep helping out with Lego Steppers for a little while, even after my 10 clears. I'm not just doing it for the 10 achievements. I will continue Lego stepping, because they're fun people.
It's amazing. This is amazing. Do you know how you can celebrate?
How?
With a bowl full of nachos. Because today is the International Day of Nachos.
Oh, the National Day of Nachos. Oh man. Now, question, Jet. When you make nachos, how do you make your nachos? How do you eat them? What are you putting on them?
Just cheese and jalapeno. I'm not very creative on that. I think you can put tocino in there, bacon.
Bacon? Oh, okay. I've mostly just cheese, jalapeno, and onions.
I haven't tasted with onions. I haven't tried with onions. That sounds great, to be honest.
Yeah. Jazz has nachos. I just knocked something
on my
desk.
Nachos? Nice.
Jet, in what do they call nachos that don't belong to you?
I don't know.
They're nachos.
Quick is killing me here. Nice.
Have you survived? No. You were sick for a week. You had fever dreams.
Oh yeah, I'll be fine. I am fine. I'm mostly fine. I just have this cough that doesn't go away.
All right. Oh, take care of yourself, man.
No, you're killing me here. I can't.
You're doing the morning stream still?
Yep.
What did you
Every
stream?
day, every day.
What did you play this week? Last week?
Oh, last week I was playing Silent Hill 2. That was amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
I
I wasn't spooked. I don't know why I don't get spooked by some of these horror games.
Yeah.
Unless freaking Geo came into chat and used the soundboard effects, and then I was spooked because I didn't expect that happening at any time.
I'll be honest. I can't do scary games at all. I
Why
just can't.
not?
I just
They have.
can't. I'm a complete coward.
It's not. I don't feel like they're scary. They're more fun. They're stupid. Because why should you be afraid of mannequin legs? They are
Mannequin?
mannequins. Yeah,
I,
they are
I,
4 legs, like on this position, kind of thing.
that's not normal.
That is not normal. It's
That's a
so
little scary.
stupid. It's absurd.
It's absurd, but yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I will forever not be a horror movie
I
person.
laugh
A
more.
horror video game. I'm just. I know my genre. My genre is comedy and show quick the leggies. Don't show my
I
legs.
no
Oh no no.
no don't stream. No. I charge for that.
You charge for that. On that's when you need to start. That's on the Jet only fans.
Yes.
All right.
Wanna see legs?
Gotta subscribe
Yeah,
to
you
the
can have them.
OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
They
we
are
don't
very thin.
we don't advertise much on this show. We don't promote scams. We don't promote Patreon. We don't do any of that kind of stuff. Unlike our first story.
Unlike
Unlike our first story. Uh,
Go ahead.
YouTubers find moldy cheese in Mr. Beast's Lunchables. Here's the thing. I don't expect the not the Lunchables, the Lunchleys, the Mr. Beast Lunchables knockoff. I don't expect streamers to advocate for the most high quality of products. I don't even expect them to be healthy. Um, but they should be safe. They should be edible. They should be edible, you know?
Anything can be edible with enough
Anything's edible if you're brave enough.
willpower. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think that as a general rule, if a streamer is trying to sell you a product that isn't like sponsored is different, and most sponsored products are still crap, but sometimes they're good. Uh, but if they're like, we created this thing and now we're trying to sell it to you, I'm a big fan of just ignoring it and assuming it's bad, because
Yeah.
we had the story a few weeks ago or a month ago about a bunch of YouTubers who put together a bank and then the bank didn't work. Uh, Listen, your financial planning and you should not put money in the streamer bank. Just saying, not a
No,
great idea. Uh,
historically, every streamer gets a scam by someone very close to them. So you shouldn't just trust streamers with money.
Listen,
Period.
feel free to play this back in case Jet and I ever decide to open a bank. But
Please do. And slap me in the process. Like I'm not. No, I'm not gonna do that ever.
I mean, all right. So Mr. Beast has done Lunchables. The streamers at the bank. What business can we scam people into, Jet?
Can
What?
we scam people
Yeah,
into?
let's start our own scam. What's our grift gonna be?
We should.
Laundry detergent. Oh no
No, motivational quotes for
motivational
brushing
quotes
your teeth.
for brushing your teeth. Uh, this is weird, but the one that someone actually said this to me, that death creeps in through the gums, and when I was a little kid, this is someone said to me, and I'm just like, death creeps in through the gums, and ever since then I've been like super like, oh my gosh, I have to brush my teeth every day. Don't know how. I
Okay,
don't know
well,
where I saw it. Death creeps in through the gums.
I was going for motivational way you are traumatizing the clients. I think both work. Yep.
We'll get motivational posters. Brush your teeth or die. These are your choices.
Yes, we should. We should.
Our own cryptocurrency. I
No, no,
there's
no.
I
We are not gonna go there because they are also gonna be called quickie cryptos,
quickies.
and it's just more quickies, and I want no, I
We
won't be
could.
part of quickies.
You want to be part of quickies? We could have jetties.
No, mine are
Jetties.
Jettos.
Jettos. Yours are Jettos. Oh, Jettos is
Yeah,
good. It sounds like a
sounds
cereal.
like
There we go. There's our
yeah,
scam.
sounds like you
Cereal.
can. Damn,
I don't know, man. Jettos, quickies,
Jettos can they
quickos,
be little bunnies with
little bunnies.
marshmallows?
No, no, actual bunnies, not marshmallows. Little tiny,
No, actual, but
little
okay.
bits of bunnies.
Sure thing.
We have dismembered a small rabbit and are now serving it to you for breakfast. Please enjoy.
I mean, they will be healthy. They will be meat, actual
That's true.
meat.
Yeah, people eat rabbit all the
So I
time.
don't know.
I don't think I've ever had rabbit actually.
You haven't.
Have I? I don't think I
It's
have.
not that tasty, if I
Not that
remember
tasty.
correctly. No,
Okay.
it's like a bit like chicken, a bit more bloody than chicken. It's not that dry,
For
but
for a
around the
quick and
same.
balanced breakfast, try Quickies Jettos.
I maybe.
Bunny biscuits, highly recommended. Geo's on fire. We should just make Geo a writer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Ah,
Just
I don't know,
okay.
man. I don't know, man. Uh, on a slightly less fun topic, Jet, as he slowly tries to change the slide, but can't reach the button. We're seeing the death of gaming. It's finally over, Jet. Pack up all your video games. We're done. We're done. We're done.
Maybe not forever. Yes, it's
Done
so
forever.
over.
No. Basically, the point he makes on this is uh, to create new IP is very, very risky, and um, that means that big gaming companies can't take risks. So you're going to see more sequels and more remasters and more ripping off things. Here's the
I
problem.
don't this.
Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go for it. No. You
So
go.
here's the thing. If you're a gaming company, and this is the general business model as I've observed. You make a game, you have a little bit of success, and then you make you what you should do then do is take that success and then put it into the next game, uh, which if it has the same level of success, great. A little bit lower, a little bit less, awesome. But what I tend to see happen, and I have sometimes it is wildly successful, but what I tend to see happen is they have a little bit of success, and then they go, okay, we had a little bit of success. Let's take this huge risk. Let's just go bananas and invest everything we have in the next version or the next game, and then you get a big flop, and you go bankrupt. Um, Whereas what should probably happen is you make a game, you iterate, you get better, you make another game that's slightly improved or new IP or something else. It doesn't, but the every next game shouldn't put the risk of the studio shouldn't put the studio's viability at risk. Uh, Listen, sometimes it's wildly successful, um, but uh, and the example is Hello Games, right? They did Danger Joe, and then they did No Man's Sky,
Mm-hmm.
and No Man's Sky looked like it was going to be a flop for a very long time,
Mm-hmm.
and it took about a year from release before it became a good game. Is that fair? You play more No
Yep.
Man's
Yep.
Sky than
Yep.
I do.
Yeah. That is correct.
So, um, but if that game had flopped, that's the end of that studio because they put so much money into No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But
I don't know, man. I just don't think that. I just think that that creativity doesn't need to be the end. Doesn't need to be so risky as long as you're smart about the choices you make, and not we have to go from zero to a a multi-billion-dollar studio.
to the quadruple A or something like that. No,
Yeah,
I get it. I think what he's talking about is more like we will see, or the companies are more likely to keep going with what they have, like
Yeah,
Final Fantasy 17 till 30 or something like that, instead of creating something new. But at the same time, taking Square Enix as an example, they created Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 already, and those were risks, those were new things. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind more remakes, just like Silent Hill 2 or Resident Evil 4. Those were great remakes. Final Fantasy 7 remake, it's amazing. But we need something new entirely from scratch. Like it's not from X Final Fantasy something or X World of Warcraft or something like that. We need something new. We need to start something different for new generations, or we will be just stuck on the same pattern, same types of games and
that's a good
stuff.
point. I mean, because Ubisoft keeps putting out Assassin's Creeds, and they get progressively worse.
And they are. Did you see? Did we cover that?
We
They
did,
are
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
release how many games?
I
10?
don't know.
10 or
10
something
games.
like that in the 5 years. It's like, why? Don't do that.
I think Indy actually has a good point here. That every games are designed to absorb all your time, and this is kind of something you know back since it's just great. Yoshi P's talked about, right? Like you can um you can put Final Fantasy 14 down and come back to it. It doesn't need to
We
be
should.
all consuming. I should probably do that. I will be doing that actually when I get through the current set of when I'm done with Boss Jump, I'll probably be doing that.
Wait, no, no. That when you're done with Bosja, you will be already trying to prepare for through
That's true, but I'm going to
or
take a
being
break.
through.
I'll be in fruit. I have a fruit group. We are. I am. I don't have a name for them yet, but I'm going to propose a name for them. Um, but it's going to have the word fruit in it. I don't have. I don't quite know what it's going to be, but it's going to be the fruits of our labor, or something like that. They don't.
Okay.
They don't know about this. I haven't told them about this. They don't even watch. They don't even watch my stream. I mean, they are.
They
They do
probably
sub to
won't
the
ever
channel.
notice.
No, no, they do watch. They do follow the channel, but it's the Fruitios. There you go. Fruit basket, fruit cakes. So many good. So many good choices here, Jet. They don't. They have no idea about this. I'm just gonna tell them, hey, I'm calling the static the fruit basket, the fruit cakes, the fruit, the fruits,
Fruitcakes.
the fruits of our labor. No, they don't. They don't know. But I will. I will take a break. I had another point, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, the other part is they said that the ex PlayStation boss points out that graphics are basically as good as they're gonna get, and I don't know if that's true. I've heard this argument for years. This is as good as graphics will ever be. I'm like, they get better. Something happens and they get better. Nvidia will make a better graphics card and it will get better.
I don't want to talk about that because I saw a news somewhere around like 3 weeks ago that says that the new graphic card for Nvidia is gonna cost just the graphic card $2,500.
Oh man. So Jet, what I'm gonna need you to do is sell your kidney for 5 grand so that I can buy one and you can buy one.
I will try with my legs. How about that? We
Get,
will keep with the legs and see where we get because I don't think that my
Jet,
kidney is that worth.
Jet, you can't sell your legs. How else will you keep your OnlyFans alive?
I mean, I will rent the legs then.
Rent a legs. Rent a leg. You can rent a leg from Jet for a week. Oh man. All right.
But yeah,
I'm gonna crack my neck here. Send Jet
anyway, I don't
ways.
think the gaming is done. We
Yeah, the
just
gaming's done.
on
I
a
I
nah
feel like we get this story every few years. Like this gaming has reached its peak in terms of ability, fidelity, and
creativity.
graphics and creativity. I listen.
Nah, it's
Something new
just
will
like
come out.
movies. Movies for in Hollywood have been saying that since the 80s probably,
This is
and every
true.
10 years there's something new that you can just say, oh yeah,
I
that
mean,
is great and that is new. Like right now we're stuck in the superhero movie arc, whatever, right?
yeah, it's true. We are. That's true. We
So
are. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, something new will come after.
Well, speaking of superhero movies, Jet,
Yes,
let's get to the quick notes real quick.
let's
A
go.
French TV channel accidentally showed a fan-made trailer of a superhero of a new Superman movie. And if you don't understand how this could happen, don't worry, it's in French. Recently
Okay.
banned streamer Asmond Gold is cleaning his house, as cleaning his home after years of living in filth. Yes, Asmond Gold, this is the thing we wanted you to clean up. A YouTuber
Hmm.
is streaming his life in solitary confinement for a month to see if he goes insane. But don't worry, he's already a YouTube streamer. He was never going to be. Being sane was never on the table. That was our quick notes, real quick. That was better. That was a better read. Oh yeah, if you mentioned
It's
Jet, I have noticed. I looked at the videos where we mentioned Asmund Gold and don't mention Asmund Gold. If you just mention Asmund Gold, wildly better. Just mention his name.
oh really?
Yeah,
I need to just upload my news. I've been talking about Asmond Gold for the last week on my news section.
yeah.
He's just everywhere after those comments.
I mean, when you say shitty things and you're a big streamer, people pay attention. I don't quite know how that happens. I'm not willing to say shitty things. But yeah, as add Asmund Gold to the stream tags. What we'll do is just change the show name to Digesting Asmund Gold. No, that's not great. Asmund Gold streams. No, that's even worse. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It'll
Sure,
be
we'll
something.
figure it out. Yeah.
No, no. I don't know if you were in solitary confinement. I always imagine like I'm naturally a very introverted uh,
No, you're
CBT
not.
enjoyer. What are I actually forgot the tags? What are the tags of this of the show?
You have CBT Enjoyer, English, Ultimate, Final Fantasy 14, 14, Final Fantasy 14, but with a number, and then Final Fantasy.
Oh, there you go. CBT enjoyer. I don't remember why that's in there, but there we go.
Why do you have the? It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
Not gonna
it's
question
because of
you.
it's because of World Prog. I think that's why they got it there. I just never changed it. It used to have like digesting streams podcast show, and now it's no man. It was the World Prog is why that went in there.
Quickies, Asmon Golds. No,
Quickies Asmund
please,
Gold.
Gio.
Asmund's Quickies Gold. I don't know, man. We'll get Asmund Gold to collaborate on the serial. It'll be awful.
No.
What what is CBT? On killing a memories, what you'll have to do is uh, turn off safe search and Google Images that, and you'll get a real quick answer. Aspen goals.
I like that idea. I
That
love
one's
that
good.
idea indeed.
That's a good one. Aspen's
That's
goals.
a Asmon Golds.
Oh man,
And we go back to cleaning your teeth and traumatize your audience.
this is what if you
It's
can
the full circle of the scam. Let's go.
let's go full scam circle. Oh man, I don't know, Jet. But here's the thing, Jet. Behavioral, cognitive behavioral therapy. That is definitely what CBT stands for. Because really, what is this
Sure.
show? What is this show if not a form of therapy? Because um, the day can listen. Life is strange. Life is tough. Goal oriented. Oh my god, this ties into our Asmund goal. Asmund goals. It's CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, structured goal oriented type of talk therapy. This is our Asmund goals. CBT. Let's go. Asmund
Hot
goals
damn.
CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, a
Hot damn.
structured, goal-oriented type of talk therapy. It can help manage mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety, and emotional concerns. Not gonna lie,
Oh wait.
that's
We're waiting.
those are our Asmund goals.
What is CVT? Cool.
What is CBT? It's okay. Every so often, I have to sit through meetings on enterprise resource planning, and they always get put in my calendar as ERP meetings, and I'm just like, this is the worst possible timeline.
Is it though?
It's pretty bad. I don't know. They're really boring meetings, and they have such great names.
I feel like now that we're talking about weird ways of talking in English, I feel like you should play Thank Goodness You're Here quick.
Thank goodness you're here.
Without the quick, yeah, Thank Goodness You're Here. That's the name of the game.
What is this game?
It it's an indie game about British humor. Let's say it like that
Oh,
way.
chop chop
It's a
cheerio. Pip
little
pip. Let's go.
Yep, it's a little guy that goes into a little town, and everyone, thank goodness, he's there so he can fix his stuff. Why? We don't know. But you have a lot of British humor there, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I just played it today.
All right.
Highly recommended.
Highly
10 out
recommend.
of 10.
Thank goodness we're here. Okay, so in between Bozja stuff and uh Fru, thank goodness you're here.
It's just 2 hours, 2 hours and a half of your life.
Is it on PlayStation or on Steam? What do I need? Do I get trophies for this?
It should be everywhere, and yes, you get trophies.
Trophies are important. I need achievements. Those little meaningless things keep me up, keep me going. But Jet,
Quick,
just a
quick.
quick question. I think of myself as an introverted person who prefers to be alone. This it takes me a lot of energy to get going for a show, for anything that we do.
Okay.
Um, do you think how long do you think you could do solitary confinement? Do you think you could like? Do you think you could go insane, or do you think you could make it a month?
Define solitary confinement.
All
Can
right,
I be like in my home, but just without anyone in home? Can I talk to chat? Can I not talk to chat?
all right. Definitely no talking to chat. Uh, but
Fuck.
but you're at home with all your games, but no online interactions. So like, if you go into Final Fantasy 14, the
There is
text
no one.
there's no
Yeah.
chat. You're the only person, single player Final Fantasy 14. If you did that,
I think I could do 3, maybe 5 days.
days. Oh goodness. Okay.
Yeah, I like to be alone. I don't mind being alone.
All right. All right. I here's the thing. When the pandemic started and everything just shut down and we had to like stay at home, I think I did
Hmm.
2 weeks without saying words out loud. Like I didn't. Nothing came out of my mouth. I didn't vocalize a thought.
Why not?
I had no one to
Don't you
talk to.
talk to yourself? I talk to myself every time.
I mean, I do talk to myself whenever I need an expert opinion. That is true. Um, but here's the thing: I didn't talk to another person. There was like I didn't have gamer dog wasn't here. Uh, he was with my partner. My partner was in a different part of the city. We weren't. Um, I didn't have like neighbors because they all spoke French, and they're like, I don't understand what's going. I don't understand what you're saying. Um, no, I went 2 weeks without saying anything out loud, and then my office had a meeting, and apparently they had been doing those Twitch happy or not Twitch. Wow, um, Zoom happy hours, and they just forgot to put me on there. And I'm like, oh, cool, you guys forgot about me. Good times.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
and then they're like, oh, we should invite my real name to this, and I'm like, oh, I I didn't know you guys were doing this. And then after like a week, I'm like, oh, this is really lame. I'm glad they didn't think of me in the beginning.
No, I talk to myself every time. Like if I forget something, I yell at me like, "Well, why are you forgetting this yet? Go back to the kitchen, get that glass of water."
Is that
Something like
like an
that.
inner monologue?
Imagine you're talking to yourself inside your
Yeah,
head,
yeah,
right?
like an inner
And
monologue.
then
You're thinking.
sometimes you're thinking, and then sometimes some words just go out through your mouth
Yeah.
at random.
Okay.
That's what I do. That's what I talk to myself.
What do you? I mean, do you ever like reply, or is it just like you ask yourself questions and you talk to yourself? Like, is it a?
A bit of everything. A bit of everything is like you say, God damn it, and you're walking down the stairs and you say like, oh yeah, I should do that. That's definitely a good idea or something like that. It just like, literally your thoughts come out of your mouth
Yeah. So it's like the
as
things you're
they
thinking. It's
go.
like an inner monologue. Like the things you're thinking.
But you don't argue with yourself. I do argue with myself.
No, no.
I have
I reach conclusions quickly, and I stick to them forever. No, I'm kidding.
listen. I have ADHD. I have to overthink everything.
But
So
here's the
I
thing,
rather
Jet.
have
Here's the
it
thing, Jet. I saw a stat
interesting.
a long time ago that like 30% of people have no inner monologue, no thoughts going through their like head at all times. And here's the thing: if 30% of the people are not have no
Yeah,
like I
they
have no
have
idea. I have no idea what
they're
happens.
silent. Yeah,
Is it just silence in here? Because like there are voices in
I
here that
think
keep fucking telling me everything.
no. I think they are absolutely silent. Like, have you just seen this idea of put your mind in blank? Those
No,
people can do it. I cannot do it.
no.
I just can't.
At any given time, there's a monkey with cymbals clapping, making noise, wagging his tail, with a little hat. I just
Yep. Yep.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
No, me neither. Me neither. Oh, just put everything on silence. Something is playing on my mind. A song, noises, myself. I don't know. Yeah, I can do it.
I still think that this I actually went and looked at the TV channel because I live in France and I can like look and listen. That news broadcast absolutely had no idea that they were playing the wrong Superman.
Oh, I like. Yeah,
It's a very
like I was.
convincing trailer. I've watched the trailer. It's very convincing.
I don't know. For me, it looks very AI. Like immediately. Also, I don't know. You know, if you know this, but James Gunn, the one behind the entire project, he's not
Hmm.
directing, but he's behind the entire DCU,
Yeah,
right?
producer.
The producer and in general. He was like hours before that, hours on the Comic Con saying they don't have a trailer, but we will get it soon. And they are still in production and editing. So it was like, how do you miss the entire point?
We have no trailer. Up next, our trailer. Wait, what? Uh,
Yeah.
I imagine something got lost in translation somewhere, and they just went looking for a trailer, and they're like, "Oh, we can play this never before played fan trailer."
Oh yeah, no, I probably guess like they were like, oh, there's a new Superman movie coming out. Is there a trailer? And someone said no, and someone else said, oh wait, I found this on YouTube. We should play this one, and that's it.
I I can imagine
That's
how that
it.
happens. Like we made fun of them, but I can imagine how that happens because if English isn't your native language and you go on YouTube and you see a fan made trailer, maybe you don't pick out all the fan made parts of it. You just go, oh, here we go, and then send it to the. No, you should no do better. Even just do better.
I mean, it's their work. I don't know. They should do better. Yeah.
Henry Cavill is no longer Superman. I That's actually a big miss by the studio. They he would I thought it
It's
was
not Henry Cavill. It's not Henry Cavill. It's the. It looks very similar to Henry Cavill, but it's not him. Like if you see, there are three different faces from that Superman.
oh was it one of them's AI right? No,
All of them are AI. There is nothing in there that is not AI.
fair enough. That one's good. That's a good looking dude. That's a good looking fake person.
Yeah, they took like that one. The close up is like the one that looks more like Henry Cavill, but all of them are AI. It's very stupid. I don't know. This is
Fair
what I
enough.
think. What is going to happen with AI? Everyone is gonna use it in the poorest way possible.
Yeah. And they said, and the PlayStation guys said that creativity was dying. Come on, man. We have fake Supermans coming out. I have a question for
Damn.
you, Jet.
I may have an answer for you, quick.
You play a lot of different games, yeah?
Yes, all that I can.
All that you can. Are you excited to play Call of Duty?
No,
No.
not at all.
Okay.
Never.
All right. It comes out in a week.
I know where you're going now.
Yeah?
Uh
Jet,
huh. Uh huh.
if I offered you the chance to play Call of Duty a week early before it releases, how much would you pay?
Nothing, dude.
Nothing.
I
Is it
wouldn't pay for a Call
is
of
it
Duty
because it's an
game.
online only game, and when you get the game a week early, you still can't play it because it's an online only game?
That is also part of the thing. That is also part of the thing. Yeah,
Because here's the
yeah.
thing: Aiden
This
Ross
news is.
play. Aiden Ross paid 5 grand to play Call of Duties, and he can't play it because the servers aren't up yet. 5 grand, Jet. 5 grand.
I why? Why? Like it's just like the French news. Why he didn't know he couldn't play the game?
I mean, we talked
because
about this.
it's
The game
just
is
an
online
online.
only. If you had watched our show, Aiden Ross, his name's Aiden Ross, right? Yeah, Aiden Ross.
Yeah,
Adin Ross? Aiden Ross? I'm even saying it wrong. Adin Ross, Aiden Ross. No,
Mr.
Adin.
Ross.
Mr. Ross. Mr. Ross, sir. If you had watched our show, you would know the game is online only. We talked about this like last week or 2 weeks ago, sometime in there. I forget when.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That was useful consumer advice, and he paid 5 grand, and that's the cost of not watching our show. 5 grand.
Yeah, he alone just paid the entire bill of some of the staff member of Call of Duty. I'm pretty
I,
sure.
I mean, he paid. He probably paid for like. Here's the thing. I don't remember which Call of Duty it was, but I remember seeing an article that was like, if you bought Call of Duty and all of the add-ons, it was like 200 gigs, and on top of that, it was like $400 or some weird. If you just bought all of the add-ons and all of the packs and all this stuff,
Mm-hmm,
which
mm-hmm.
something like, oh, you don't need to do that. Well, if you're aspiring to play in ranked games, you need to have all the maps so you can play with all the people. So you do have to do that. Uh,
Yep.
Here's the thing. I think Activision is a predatory company, and I don't like when they do things like that. It's just bad. And they also, I and Mr. Ross paying 5 grand for Call of Duty, not a good idea. Just saying, 5 grand for any video game to play a week early, not worth it.
Also, like, here's the other question: How? How?
How?
Who? Yeah, how the company said, okay, you can pay this, or you can get this a week early, but you cannot play it. Like, why? Who just let that loophole go?
I suspect it wasn't a super legal way to get the game. I suspect,
I suspect the same, but still, that means someone got the game
yeah,
somehow, and it's like, it's. Mm,
I think this is just scalping. As Indy points out, I think this is just scalping. I think someone got the game early because they work in a mail truck and they just pulled it off the mail truck. I don't actually know. That's just how I imagine scalping happens. This is my made up fantasy. And then said, oh, I can sell this to a streamer for 5 grand so we can play a week early. And Mr. Ross said, oh, I can play my game a week early and stream it.
the entire chain of events, it's
Yeah,
very stupid to me.
I think
It's
so too.
very stupid to me.
I mean, shit. I mean, like I am generally against pre-ordering. I think that's like a unhealthy thing for you to do, for a person to do, not you specifically. Um, I I say that, and then I know that Final Fantasy 17 comes out. I'm pre-ordering it tomorrow. I will fully cop to that. Cop to that. Cop to that. But
I
generally, I
think
don't
I
think.
only pre-order two, like Final Fantasy 7 if I can.
Yeah.
That it's just one more part, and maybe if I'm hype enough for Final Fantasy 14, the
Yeah.
new patch.
The new
That's
patch.
it. I don't pre-order. Yeah, I don't pre-order other games ever.
Okay. That's good. I think that's the right thing to do because I don't think I very rarely think that a video game company it should. I just think that there's almost no reason to pre-order games because these are digital quantities; they're not limited. Now, back in the day, Jet, you may not be old, you may be too young for
I am
this,
no.
but back in the day, we used to have to go to a store and pick up a physical copy, and you had to pre-order so that you would get it on the day you went to the store.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. In
Uh,
fact, I did that for Final Fantasy 7 remake.
you went to a store and pre-ordered it.
I was semi scammed by the store, but yeah. But do you remember that they said they released PlayStation 4 and like the same week or something like that? They said they were working on Final Fantasy 7 remake, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
a
yeah.
week later, some stores said, "Okay, you can pre-order Final Fantasy 7 remake now," and I pre-ordered the remake. And the
Okay.
freaking game didn't came out until like 4 years later or 6 years later. So I wasn't totally scammed. They gave my money of the pre-order into a like digital money so I could buy any other game inside that store.
All right.
So I technically used that money for gaming at some point.
I
But yeah, I
mean,
did that.
I used to do the midnight queue thing for Madden. Um, when I was really into Madden and competitive gaming in Madden. Um, I used to do midnight releases for. I think I did midnight release for Final Fantasy IX. I like.
Wow.
I very much remember. I was there. I was quite young, and I was with my mom, and all these people had dressed up, and my mom said in not English, thank God, "Who are all these freaks, and what are they doing?" I was like, I'm glad no one here understands that, mom.
Nice, nice. No, the only midnight release I did was for movies. Maybe Harry Potter 3 or 4, and that's it. Never again.
Never again.
I like sleeping, and I don't like getting out of wherever I'm going at 2 a.m.
I did.
chilling.
I made my mom miss a flight to get a Harry Potter book in London. We were in London for a couple days, and the book released, and we went to Harrods bookstore midnight, and I my mom was like, if we don't get out of this store by like 3 a.m., we're not getting our flight, and we didn't make it out of the flight. We did not make the flight, but I got to hear J.K. Rowling read a bit of the first chapter before my mom took me out of the store, and we tried to make the flight. We still didn't make it.
Before J.K. Rowling was a monster too.
Yeah, this is before J.K. Rowling was let's say a person with a little bit of hate in their heart.
A
That's the
little.
that's the most polite way I can say it. That's the most
That
polite
is
way I can
true.
say it. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling was deliberately late. It was a personal attack.
Personal attack. There you go. She wanted me to miss my flight. She wanted me to stay in England and not go to where I was living at the time.
Hot damn.
Yeah. All right, Jet.
Yes, sir.
Little bit of a light show today. Um, Still a good show. I still had fun. I still had fun. You've seen J.K. Rowling's house?
Just tempted.
Tempted to throw eggs? Here's the
I would
thing.
have throw
I
eggs
I I I, I
and
never have
something
eggs
else.
with me when I want to throw them at people because I see politicians all the time, and I'm like, I wish I had some eggs here to throw at you. I never have them with me. They're not as
But
readily available as. Oh, go ahead.
you can you have so many other things you can
Hmm.
throw at people
That's
that
true.
are not dangerous, right?
I just want to actually do like a survey thing for the chat real quick. Just like a question for you, Jet, and a survey thing with chat. Um, if you grew up in America, anything with eggs in it is 100% a breakfast food, almost always.
Mm-hmm.
On this side of the ocean, you can have them all at different times of day.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing? Am
No,
I
we.
or did I grow up misinformed? False? But like if
I
you
don't
have
know.
if you have a burrito and you put eggs in it, it's a breakfast burrito.
Now in Mexico it can be also at any time of the day.
All right, in America, but if you put eggs in things in America, it becomes a breakfast burrito. If you have a like a ham sandwich but you put eggs on it, it's an egg McMuffin. But breakfast, it's on the breakfast menu at McDonald's.
Egg and rice, dude. Egg and rice.
Egg and rice.
That
See,
is that is a meal,
it's
like
the
an
wrong
entire
part.
meal.
That is an entire meal. That's remarkably close to what I had for dinner, and I'm slightly alarmed because I didn't tell you what I had for dinner, so I'm wondering how you got there. I'm
I
like
don't know.
slightly alarmed how we got there.
uh, but yeah, no. Here in Mexico, you can eat the eggs
All
all
right,
day.
because in France they have eggs every day, or every night, any meal that isn't breakfast. You just don't have it for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, you eggs not a breakfast food.
I I agree with Indy, but not entirely.
Here's the
Like
thing.
I know you can eat. You should be able to eat whatever you want whenever you want during the day, but it's not advisable to eat a full gigantic burger before going to sleep. Just
I've
saying.
heard this. I've heard this, but I don't know if it's true. I've heard this before. Like you should eat your biggest meal. Should in America the biggest meal is usually dinner. I think.
I
In,
I don't know.
in America, the biggest meal is usually dinner. At least when I was living there.
Hmm.
One thing I like about Europe is our biggest meal is usually lunch. Um,
Yeah, same for Mexico. It should
so
be lunch.
3 hours before bed, no food. I literally just had like a lot of chocolate, and I'm about to go to bed. It's not great. I
I
don't
don't
have
know.
healthy eating habits. I
I
need
me neither.
I
I
need a
don't have
motivational
breakfast.
poster to say, "Don't eat, fat ass."
You don't need a motivational poster. You need a traumatizing poster, just like the dead coming onto your gums as a kid. Like
Death creeps
it's
in
the
through the
same thing.
gums.
Yep. Yeah. You need a traumatizing poster of how you shouldn't eat so close to bedtime.
I, I'm in Jazz's camp. Whenever I'm hungry, I just eat, and also whenever I'm kind of bored, I just kind of eat. My office
Oh,
has
that is
like
true.
my office has snacks, and it's like not great because they are on my. If I leave my little office, they put me in the corner. They say, "Code monkey, sit in the corner." So whenever I leave my corner, I walk by the office snacks, and it's always like delicious chocolates from some far off part of the world, and I'm just like, I can't help it. Just fistful, give me this now.
I don't know. Like I think God knows that I shouldn't eat, be having a lot of money because I would be eating all day. Yeah, I dude, if I whenever I have a lot of money in my pocket or in my bank or whatever, I tend to use it on chips, on snacks
Oh
of every
shit.
sort, and I eat all day. I know I know everyone knows I'm super skinny, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how.
I don't know, but I'd be eating a lot, and I would be still very skinny, but just with the cholesterol so high that it could fly on itself. So yeah, no, I think it's not ideal to have it to be eating all day.
I whenever I go to the doctor, they're always like, uh, "This is like how much do you eat until you feel full?" And I'm like, "Oh, I go through like several courses of food, and
Yes.
I'll just keep going until the food is all gone." And they're like, "No, you should stop before when you feel full." I'm like, stop? That's not an option.
What is that? Stopping. I would say what is being full. Like I there are some meals in my diet that I could just keep eating and eating and eating and eating and won't stop. Well, I might need to just slow a bit, but I could keep eating.
Like, I found out at a very young
Potatoes.
age I could put away an entire pizza by myself, and I realized at that point my relationship with food is not healthy because I eat it until it's gone, not until I'm full.
I
There's
yeah.
there are starving
I
people
agree
on this
with you.
podcast.
I agree with you. Like that is my mentality. You cannot get up until you finish the meal. This is a very Mexican thing. They will say there's people starving in Africa and you're wasting food here. Like, yeah, no, I'm gonna eat everything in here.
I mean, listen, if you get up before the food is all gone, you're just a quitter. I don't know.
I agree. Do you know what? Have you ever seen that it's not polite to eat your entire meal in a restaurant, that you should have some leftovers on your plate so you can say to the chef it was good and enough for you to eat and you didn't starve? It's a thing,
Uh,
and
uh,
I find it very upsetting. You should leave
I
the plate very clean.
Here's the thing. My family's Greek, and this is a problem if you ever come out to eat with my family. Which if you guys, if we're all in the same place, and please, my family will feed you. We're Greek. It's what we do. But when my family goes to a restaurant, um, we'll do an order. We'll order our main course. We'll order whatever food we're gonna get, and then usually my mom, but someone will keep a menu with them, and
Uh-huh.
halfway through your main course, she'll order again for everyone. She'll be like, "Oh, I see that the the meat the quick ate all his calamari. Let's get him another order." I'm like, "No, that was just my appetizer." So he ate it all. Another appetizer for Quick. And it's just most people this just shocks everyone who eats in my family. Like, they just order a second time mid meal. It's like,
I
"Oh,
mean,
you enjoyed that. You must want more." I'm like, "No, I just
I
Indy knows
like
this because
that.
Indy's also Greek."
I mean, that's cool. It's way better than my grandmother used to do.
What was your
My
grandmother?
grandmother, my grandmother was not a great cooker.
Okay.
So there's a story in my family that one of my aunts came visit my family when I wasn't even born,
Okay.
and my grandmother made some spaghetti with meatballs, and my aunt hates spaghetti and meatballs, but she had
Okay.
to be very polite, so she ate everything, all the plate, despite it was not great. And my
I know what
grandmother said,
happens. I know what happens
"Yeah,
next.
oh, you love this. Let me serve you more."
Yep.
And she had to eat again.
I I I I my grandmother used to have this awful like English hard candy that would just that I would always get because one time I ate it politely. I'm like, "Oh, this is awful candy," and then
Yeah,
for the next 20 years of my life, she'd be like, "Oh, I got you some candy for your birthday." I'm like, "This is awful candy," and I ate it once as a child to be polite. Ah,
a full meal.
a full
I
meal,
love
yeah.
it.
Indy's right. If you come over to the British side, oh, a cup of tea before we go to the pub. In Greece, you're gonna be full and you're gonna be as in a coma.
I mean, it's good information. So I can just go to a Greek and know a Greek family, and I know I need to order few, so they can order again for me.
I think that's right. Just felt yeah. I don't know if it's a Greek thing or just something that my family does, but yeah, for sure, I agree. Do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or order a lot and don't finish it.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I was full.
All right,
Thank you
Jet.
very much.
We're gonna hang out with Twitch chat after this.
Yes, sir.
Uh, but right now we're gonna say goodbye to YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Canada's not real.
Fully.